I mean, I'm frustrated.
I'm not sleeping well. I think about it constantly.
New tonight, thousands of frustrated parents of Purdue freshmen unsure where their students are going to live and unsure how much it's going to cost. Purdue officials say it's a result of having the largest freshman class in its history, but it means some will be sleeping in spaces that were common areas or study spots last year. Wish TV's Dan Klein joining us now. And Dan, parents believe there should have been a lot more communication from the university.
Yeah, most found out for the first time last week, and they're going to have to wait another week to find out where their son or daughter is going to spend their freshman year. In total, we're talking about 2,300 students who are from both around the country and really all around the world. And based on where they end up, it could almost double their housing bill. Sending your 17 or 18-year-old son or daughter off to school is stressful enough.
We're kind of in a catch-22.
But for roughly 2,300 families,
It's a big number. It definitely is a big number.
That is not a small number. That is a huge number.
there's a little extra. While they met their deadline to sign a contract for housing at Purdue, the university has run out of room. Last week, officials emailed those students an additional 6 options to choose from. 3 are reconfigured housing options, like in common areas, as well as 3 areas of apartment complexes which have master lease agreements with Purdue.
Yeah, it's a concern having that freedom this young.
I'm quite sure that they knew this was going to be a situation before a week to 2 weeks ago.
2 parents of Purdue freshmen agreed to share their experiences with us as long as we did not use their last names or reveal the identities of their sons, fearing retaliation from Purdue. While the reconfigured options have a discounted rate compared to traditional dorm options, the apartments are off campus and several $1,000s more than the typical freshman dorm.
Yeah, it's a big difference. We've been planning and budgeting for one amount, and now there's a very high likelihood that we're going to have to pay more.
And more than financial, Jamie worries that being placed off campus will make it harder for her son to succeed academically.
My biggest concern is safety.
They're better suited and set up for success better when they are on campus.
Purdue University did not respond to requests from Wish TV about how the 2,300 students were selected, how the latest round of housing will be apportioned, and if the university would waive all fees for breaking a housing contract if a student was assigned to an option that was not desired. It's that lack of communication that upsets parents the most.
I feel like they should have at first just been very transparent with the families and the students.
For students who want to cancel their housing contract now, Purdue has waived the $50 cancel fee, but several parents say at this stage in the game, there just really aren't many other housing options out there. The 2,300 students should get their assignment 1 week from today, which is exactly 1 month before the first day of classes. Reporting in the studio, Dan Klein, Wish TV, wishtv.com, and be sure to follow us on Facebook.
Dan, thank you very much. Keep us posted, please.